bring it out. It's Gideon. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out in the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Looking to throw, it's Myers. The sure hands, it's Proctor. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. That offensive line grabbing and holding on, and they'll back up and try it again. They've got them then deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. He's looking to throw. Got his man quickly. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he can get this thing tied up.
Nice job by the defense. You got to dial into your keys. You got to make sure you're reading those guys up front. They did a good job. They saw it. They pulled the trigger. They knew the quarterback had it. They weren't fooled. Strung it out. Did a nice job of limiting the damage with that QB run.
On third down, he drops to throw. Trying to escape and get it himself. He goes out of bounds just short of the 30 at the 29-yard line, and when you're backed up, execution like that at a premium.
And on the third play of the drive, third down, it's the scrambling ability of this quarterback that goes and picks up the first down. He was so calm back there. He never got flustered. Nobody open, no problem. If you give this guy 1 yard to run, he's going to tuck it and take off, and that's exactly what happened there.
And that can be frustrating to watch running backs not make plays like a receiver, but they're not a receiver. A lot of times when they have the guys around them, the focus that receivers have just it doesn't exist in them. And you can tell, just dropped the football, lost a little bit of focus, but I think those footsteps were close enough where he heard it.
Might be looking to run. He's going to take off. Good little pickup there as he saw some daylight and got what he could.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center nowadays in football. You can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, they'll get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
Dropping back, it's Myers. Myers downfield. Oh, and it's a pick. He threw it right into the double coverage. Didn't really get a chance to get started on that return, but he has set him up at the 41-yard line.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his second of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. There he goes!
And that would be the definition of first down success. Putting yourself in a good position. It's second and inches. I can do whatever I want next. I can take a shot down the field. I can run the football and get a new set of downs. Like, nice first down execution.
Out of the gun, the running back has it. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
This is a guy that can find you the hidden yardage. That play, he just pushes the pile to get that first down.
Now on first down from the 28. Use the play fake, now to throw. He caught it! They will score! Touchdown, Georgia!
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays, just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Gideon. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. Wants to throw. It's Myers. Swings it out to his running back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
And And this offense gets nothing done on that play, but look at them. They're continuing to run this tempo. They want to try to do something to get a spark going to create a big play.
Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. They get to him as he throws.
These receivers on these scramble drills are going to have to play with a little bit more urgency because this pass rush is getting after the QB. He was flushed out to the left and wasn't able to complete that throw because of the hit he took.
Pressure coming. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
On fourth down, he'll try to toss it. Looking downfield. Finds a man in the middle. He's not going to get there. Stopped short on fourth down.
I'll tell you what, coaches catch heat a lot nowadays, especially on social media. I expect him to catch a lot of heat. Fourth down, long yardage situation in your own territory, and you want to go for it, and you fail, and you're surprised. You definitely shouldn't be surprised. Just don't check your mentions, dog.
Georgia going up tempo.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
On third and long, he has to throw for it. Fires toward the end zone. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started, in their opponent territory. Now you're fourth and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
Georgia looking to convert this fourth down. Trying to do it on the ground. Will not get there. A fourth down stop.
Low man wins. Defense that time on fourth down was expecting run. You saw at the point of attack how they just dominated. There was nowhere for that guy to go. Defense wins the down. They give it back up now to their offense.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Gideon. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense. High-flying pass catchers and the Crimson Tide. That combination wasn't right at the top of your mind, say, 30 years ago.
No, it used to be run, more run, and you've seen over the years they've opened it up, the playbook, and they've brought in dudes. They've had some guys that can fly, like receivers winning Heisman trophies, like so many game breakers on the outside that make big plays in this offense.
Looking downfield, it's Meyer. Here's a heat. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw, incomplete.
Well, if this offense is going to win this game, and down the road, if they're going to reach the college football playoff and hope to win a national championship, they have got to keep this quarterback clean. They couldn't do it on that last play.
On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there.
Nothing going right for this team early in the first quarter here. The defense is getting gashed, and now you've thrown a pick. The head coach has got to get his team together and get everybody to calm down and settle in.
And this defense, they've got to do a big job here. Like, offense put you in a bad spot. You haven't had some great moments, but this possession, we got to get a stop, got to stop the bleeding, and get the ball back to our offense.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Off play action. Throws for the tight end. That pass is incomplete.
Missed opportunity on offense. QB and receiver just not on the same page there.
After the second down misfire, looking at a 3rd and 8. On the option. Quick toss. Oh, he's got some space. Touchdown Bulldogs. Excellent pass by the back on the option.
This offense is so good, and they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put but small drives together, big drives together, they've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
He'll bring it out. It's Gideon. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
After misfiring, it's second down. Back to pass, it's Myers. Firing to the right, complete. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down. Last completion moved the sticks, and let's see if they try it again. That one's sort of like a shooter in basketball, just needing to see one go through the net, isn't it, David? Just get a completion to your guy and pick up some yardage.
Build some confidence, because your confidence throwing the ball over the middle of the field and in tight windows, probably not at an all-time high, but check it down, make something positive happen. The running back does his job, so maybe this sparks a little something in the quarterback's head where he can feel a little bit more confident and bounce back from these early mistakes.
Alabama with a multitude of options on second and short. Wants to go up top. Fires to the right. He's got it. Brought down at the 47, but not before he ripped off 15. This Alabama offense is clicking. They're set up with another first down. Looking to throw on first down. He'll pull it down. Defense uses a sideline there, and he gets it into plus territory at the 49. And now on second down for this offense. Well, guys, it's Georgia holding the lead at the end of the quarter. Man, that was an impressive and dominant first quarter. Let's take a look at the stats before we move on. First play of the period will be a second down. The give on the inside. And he is swarmed under a host of defenders there to make the stop. Alabama comes to the line on third and short. They'll move the wide receiver. Back to throw, it's Meyer. And it's incomplete on third down.
Great job by the defense dialing up some pressure on third down. They hit the quarterback and forced the incompletion.
So the offense is going to go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes a grab, past the marker. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a first down.
Really nice job by the offense. Hey, man, trust your guys, right? We got all these analytics on fourth down, say to go for it. They trust their quarterback. He gets it done with the completion and gets the big first down.
Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They've got a first and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Pulls it in, it's Proctor. And this will be the 9th play of the drive. Trying play action. Under fire. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
Yeah, and you don't see that often, right? This guy is elite. He's one of the best in the business. This is what he does for a living, obviously. That's why he gets paid millions of dollars. Yes, NIL is real. So I don't expect many misses from this guy like that.
They just keep firing. He'll take a shot. And it's incomplete as he was trying to make the play in the back corner of the end zone.
It just looks to me like the offense is starting to get a little bit impatient, right, guys? They haven't scored in this game yet, and all of a sudden now they're taking shots down the field and they're trying to make it happen. But the defense, they have been lights out. They force another incompletion.
On fourth down, they're taking to the air. Down he goes, and the defense snuffs out this drive with a sack.
Well, that play never had a chance. On fourth down, they're trying to catch the defense off guard, throwing for it, but no protection. Quarterback didn't have an opportunity to step up and get rid of that football. Give the defense credit, man. Tremendous aggression there on fourth.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Handoff from the gun. Runs through the tackle. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one. Some third down conversions tougher than others. This one a long one on third down from the 43. Under fire. He's got an open man. Breaks into the open. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Dogs!
And this crowd was already jacked up. They were already excited. They were already making a difference in this football game, and the offense continues to pile on and give them something to cheer about. 27-0 here in the first half. This has been all home team.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Gideon. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. Here comes that Alabama offense. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs. On first down, finding positive plays.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points. But they've had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got to cash some of these drives in.
The Crimson Tide needs to convert on third and short. To the air, it's Myers. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. He'll work and weave his way all the way up to the 45 before going out of bounds. Alabama comes to the line with first and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Pressure affects quarterbacks, and this guy's one of the best in the nation. I don't care how talented you are, but if you're being hit, you're not going to throw completions.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. It's complete. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
They'll try to get it through the air. Works the middle of the field. Turning it on! And a big hit at the end, but it didn't stop him from getting the first down. Alabama rolling quickly downfield, set up with another first down. To the air on first down. Here he goes breaking the pocket. He'll pull it down and run. Down to the 32 and out of bounds right there. The Crimson Tide can dig into that playbook here on second and short. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Back to pass. It's complete to the left. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down. Alabama trying to cash in on this red zone trip. Quick release on the RPO. And he'll be run out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage. Not a very productive play there. The Crimson Tide just here on second down. And he had it for a second, but it just dribbled out of his hands.
Man, this is an unbelievable start for this defender in this game, guy. That's already his second PD in this game. Playing with his eyes, he's breaking on the ball. You just can't start a game any better.
Unloads it left. Another incompletion on third down.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look there. Third and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage. So everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
On fourth down, they'll throw for it. Fires to the right. Converts on fourth down. Still going. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown tie.
Every time we speak to defenses before they play this guy, they all know he's going to get the ball thrown his way. They always come up with creative and exotic ways to try to cover him in the back end, but they're never able to get it done. This guy just beats coverage time and time again, and with that last catch, that's now his 15th receiving score of the season.
Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has... He hurls one deep down the left side. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play. And I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver, he's going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
The give to the running back from the shotgun. There he goes. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down. And the Dogs hunkering down to pick up a first down on the ground.
And you can hear the sound of Larry Munson. Run the dang ball. That's what they've always built this program on, is running the football, physical running backs. That's what Georgia does.
Brings him down at the 48. It's a gain of 15 and a first down. Offense in a bunch formation. Wants to throw on first down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
Yeah, and you just wonder if the defense now has taken out some frustration. Obviously, they've been getting lit up all over the place. And that time, they finally gave it back to the offense there. Really nice, big, clean hit. This defense needs a little bit more of that as the game goes.
Picked off again. He's now thrown 20 interceptions. Looking to pass. It's Meyer. He lost it high and deep down the left side. It's him in stride inside the 10. Touchdown, Bama. He got a step and just dusted the field.
You got to wonder if that's going to be the play that changes the momentum in this game for the offense. It had been tough. They were up against it here early in the game, but the quarterback now starting to find a little bit of a rhythm. Really nice touch and throw on that touchdown. And here we go. This might be the play that gives them their confidence.
And you don't see a lot of these. You don't see a lot of onside kicks earlier in the game, especially in the second quarter. You still feel each other out. You're still getting into the game. You don't want to give away that momentum, but that's exactly what they did by failing on that onside kick.
Looking downfield on first down. Fires left. Got his man downfield. Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play. Georgia hunkers down in the red zone.
When you're going to run a comeback route, you've got to sell like you're going deep, and that was a great job there by the receiver, really making that corner think.
Oh, he's got some space. Got enough space. Touchdown, Georgia. And they take it in for 6 more points.
Yeah, that's a nice job selling it by the offense, dropping back, making it look like it's passed. Running back slipping out of the backfield, throwing him the football, getting a dynamic playmaker in space, and he says, I got this, I'll do the rest, and gets the touchdown.
back to pass. It's Myers. Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Looking to fire. Oh, he wants it all. And it's picked off for the third time today. Looking for more room. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Leaves it with the back. Can't get him to the ground. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. Going to work on second down in the red zone. Is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Wants to go up top. Fires into the end zone. And he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity, but it's incomplete.
And I'm not surprised they're letting him throw the football down here near the end zone. Like, that dude's been really, really good. And you can trust him. They trust him in this offense. Great job by this defense playing the pass, breaking on the football, and making sure he doesn't get another touchdown.
Quarterback adjusting the pattern. They'll run play action. Going for 6. Touchdown Bulldogs! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
And this is blowout city. This offense has been up and down the field. We've seen explosive plays. They scored again here right before halftime. I don't know, guys. I mean, can we do running clock in the second half?
Coming out with it, it's Gideon. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Sends it back in motion. Off the play fake on first down. Using the quick game. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Another interception. This guy just can't find his own players. Taking it the other way. He'll finally go out of bounds, but he was showing off all the skills after that interception.
And if you're the quarterback, you might want to stop throwing that guy's way. I mean, you knew coming into this game, David, he's one of the best corners in the entire country. He's already been picked off twice.
He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. It's incomplete, and they tried to finish this quarter with a bang and couldn't quite connect. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Bulldogs will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. Looks as if the returner will try and field this one. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. To the air, it's Meyer. Bringing the heat. And he'll be knocked down at the 2-yard line.
Man, this defensive end is a monster. I mean, you've seen his athleticism and his speed, his bend and his flexibility. He now has 2 sacks, and there's still a lot of football to play.
Dumps it off in the flats. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. They were able to get the ball to the running back in space, but that space just evaporated.
And a great job by the defense, man. It's tough to get those guys on the ground. They're so used to having the football as running backs.
And they got him in the end zone for a safety.
Oh, and how about this defense? Understanding where they are in the field. They got a chance to put points on the board, and they do.
Oh, better look out.
Returner is tackled down at the 36, and your Georgia Bulldogs will take over 1st and 10.
ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Not sure they had to adjust much as they'll try to build on this lead. Finds a little space. He fought him off for a while, but that's what they mean by gang tackling.
Well, the defense was trailing going in at halftime, and I think they made some adjustments against the run. They want to slow this guy down. That's a really nice start to the second half if you're on defense.
A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. On the option. He'll toss it. Nice move there. He now has 62 yards on the ground, and that magical 1,000-yard mark is oh so close. Here they come, facing 3rd and long from the 40. From the gun, wants to pass. Floating away. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
These are the plays as a defense that mean so much for so many reasons. Getting in the backfield, obviously getting the sack, so putting him a little bit behind the sticks, but also hitting that quarterback, making him think. That goes a long way in disrupting the quarterback's rhythm.
Quarterback may change this route. They're throwing for it on 4th down. Looking to the big tight end. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. Desperately wanted to convert on 4th down, but couldn't do it. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. And the last time they had the ball, they wound up giving up a safety, Jesse.
Yeah, that was ungood the last time they had the ball. So they got to do something here offensively to get into a rhythm, running and throwing the football. Try to find that consistency.
Breaks into the open. Gets it inside the 10, out of bounds at the 9 after the big pickup on that one.
I know the offense is down by a lot here in the second half. You just need one big play, though, to spark the offense, get the confidence going, and they may have found it right there.
Touchdown, Crimson Tide. Quick strike through the air for the score. Lining up for the PAT. And it's up and good. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And he's not going to take a knee. Here he comes. Makes a move. Got a little room. There he goes. Open it up. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. No guts, no glory. Caught it in the end zone. Didn't hesitate for a millisecond to take that thing back. And boy, did it pay off.
And this is why kickoff returns are so exciting. There's so much space between you and the other team flying down the field. The only time you're going to be provided that much space, and you could tell he knew what to do with that space. Kicked on the Jets by volition.
Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they built this sizable lead. He'll bring it out. It's Gideon. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. There's certainly still a hill to climb, but they've got to make sure these drives pay off. Got a touchdown last time. Can they back it up here?
Well, and it's amazing in a football game how sometimes they'll surprise you with what you do. Once you get settled, you realize what's going on. Now, I'm comfortable with it. Jesse, this offense looked comfortable on this last drive.
They sure did. It looked like they started to find some momentum. So now it's on this defense to stop that, all right? You're a little bit upset based on what just happened the previous drive. You've got to bow up again and go.
He'll take a deep shot here. And that makes 5 interceptions in this one. The nightmare is alive. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. The give to the tailback. Bringing it back. Inside the touchdown dog. Once he got a step, it was all over right to the house. What an explosive
It starts with the run game, and this guy's setting everything up.
They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? Fielded in the end zone. It's Gideon. Stopped at the 29, but found a little running room after coming out of the end zone. Here comes that Alabama offense. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now how? Turning it on!
Man, when I can run the football like that on first down and create second and inches and stay way ahead of the sticks and be in a position now where I can throw the football or run, I will have a lot of success on the offensive side of the football.
Alabama will get the first down.
All right, nothing flashy there. He just did what it took to get the first down.
Offense lines up for a 1st and 10 from the 43. Looking to throw on first down. Flushed out of the pocket. On the move, he fires. And the defense making a play, getting a hand on that pass.
And there's an example of what happens when the quarterback doesn't have a chance to set his feet. The pressure just forced him to have to work off schedule a little bit. And I think because of that, he wasn't able to be as accurate as he wanted to be.
Second down, he'll throw it. That's reeled in. It's Myers. And he's knocked down, but there's also a flag that's been dropped. Let's check on the call. Holding on the offense, accepted, so they'll back up and go at it again. They'll operate out of split backs. Here we go. Back to pass on second down. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
We know about this running back's versatility. He's made some plays in this game so far, catching the ball. That time, though, he had no shot. Defender bearing down on him. They're able to get the hit and make sure it falls incomplete.
They'll send the back in motion. On 3rd and long, he'll have to turn it loose deep. Takes the easy throw in the flat. He won't get there. It'll bring up 4th down.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on 3rd down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You set up 4th and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
Couldn't find his man, and they'll give up the football on downs.
I know the analytics tell me to be aggressive and go for it, but in the second half, in these ball games, the analytics don't work for every single situation. And right now, you've set them up. I just hope this one doesn't come back to bite you right in the hiney.
Just a little too much there, a little too handsy, and they nabbed them for the defensive holding penalty. 3 yards, first down for the offense after that penalty. Wants to go up top on first down. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
That's his 2nd sack of the ball game. That dude is getting after the quarterback offensively. What's my adjustment? First of all, I'm going to roll out away from him. I'm going to double team him, let somebody else beat me, not that guy, because his speed off the edge is killing me.
And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again.
And finally, you're seeing some life from the defense. They've been struggling all game long up to this point, but back-to-back sacks on 2 consecutive plays, they're at least still trying to fight back in this game.
An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. The delay of game pushes the offense back. Coming to the line of scrimmage on 3rd down. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Wide open downfield. What a play by this defense, and they stop him short. It'll be 4th down.
You know, it's one thing to have all the accolades preseason and have all the expectations, but it's another thing to be able to go out and execute week in, week out. He's done that. He now has over 1,500 receiving yards on the year.
Going for it all. Can't hook up on the long throw, and fourth down goes by the boards for this offense.
Love the coverage on defense there. Fourth down, they were ready for the pass. And you saw in the back end, great job being in position to make that play. And now their offense is coming on the field.
Caught over the middle. It's Gideon. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a first down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Looking to throw on first down. With the catch, it's Proctor. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. As they get set to snap in time, winding down here in the quarter. Wants to fire on second down. He's going to let it go. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Just enough time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Takes it from the gun on third down. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. And that shot downfield falls incomplete, and that's how we'll wrap up the third quarter. We've reached the break, and Georgia is on top. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive fourth quarter comeback. They'll leave the offense out there to try to get it past the marker and pick up the first. On fourth down, looking for the completion. He's got it, first down and more. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. Two running backs alongside the quarterback. To the air on first down. Moves away as he feels pressure. Fires downfield. With the catch, it's Proctor. He gets it inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and they are rolling.
Could this guy be the next receiver to bring home a Heisman Trophy? He's got everything you look for in a game changer at the receiver position. He's off to a great start in this one.
Fires to the wideout. And he drops it. Just took his eye off of it at the last minute.
And I absolutely love what this defense is doing, man. You know exactly what time it is. You've got a big lead. They're going to have to throw the football. So more nickels, more dimes. Bring the speed on the field and get ready to play the pass.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. And now let's see if the offense can bail itself out after the second down misfire. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. It's caught. The tackle is made, but he's got it first and goal from the 6.
And he's been the go-to guy all year long. Like, he's in the top 5 in all of college football in receiving yards for a reason. They're going to find him because he's always open, making plays. This dude has been unbelievable. He's being mentioned in the Heisman.
Back's going for the goal line. Touchdown, Alabama! Hauled that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score.
Well, it's good to finally see this offense have a little bit of success because that has not been the case in this game. Nothing has gone their way. They keep shooting themselves in the foot. You know, guys, coaches are always trying to find things to build on, and this is at least something late in this game, scoring that touchdown that hopefully helps build their confidence the next time they take the field.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Fellas, take a peek at what's happening in this interesting battle in the MAC. Kent State is trailing right now, but let's be honest. The program that turned out Josh Cribbs should never be counted out of any game. It's a close one right now.
Continues to fight for yards. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on. There he goes. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground.
Fresh legs, man, and it is showing, of course, this team had the bye last week, and you're seeing it right now late in the game. running the football, imposing their will against the defense that looks tired. Of course, they had to play last week, and you're seeing that right now.
Snuffed out behind the line of scrimmage, and we have not seen much of that. What a day he's had so far.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Powers through the defender. You want to make sure